Seahawks, and they are knocking on the door. First and goal at the 1 yard line. Shotgun formation, and it's a quarterback keeper. He's testing the near side, and he is going to walk into the end zone for a Redondo Union touchdown. So it ends up being a 70-yard drive for Redondo Union, and they cap it off with 6. Now the point after touchdown attempt. Good snap, the ball's down, the kick is up, and it is good. So with 8 minutes and 22 seconds to go here in the first quarter, the score now is the Redondo Union Seahawks 7 and the Santa Monica Vikings 0. So leading 7-0, Redondo Union will kick off from left to right. That is Shaka Peters and Landon Cosmore deep to receive for the Vikings. And it's a short kick. It's going to be fielded by Jackson Wolf, who steps out of bounds at about the 35-yard line, and that's where the Vikings will take over for their first time on offense. So Alessandro Nelson will bring the offense out with 3 wide receivers and 1 running back. 1 tight end. He puts Shaka Peters in motion and gives it to him on a quick flip, and he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and thrown down. Redondo had that play sniffed out at the 30-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 6. It's going to bring up 2nd and 16. Say he was brought down at the 31-yard line. So make it 2nd and 15. Nelson brings the offense out. Brady Dedamore is the wide receiver to the far side, and 2 wide receivers here to the near side. It's Shaka Peters and Jackson Wolf. And Nelson is the quarterback in the shotgun, and he puts Peters in motion again, fakes the flip, and now goes for his man. He has it all the way up at the 48-yard line. That is Jackson Wolf on the reception. Good enough for 17 yards and a Vikings first down. So first pass of the game from Alessandro Nelson is on the money. And the Vikings have their first down. Really nice play as they did action off the previous play in which they had done the flip to Shaka Peters. This time they faked it and did the quick slant to Jackson Wolf, and it's good for 17. Now they're going to start on the ground. Going here to the near side. That is Landon Cosmore, who is the running back. He makes it up to the 49-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 3 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 7. So a lot of new faces in the lineup for the frosh Vikings tonight, as the two-way players for Santa Monica are suiting up with the varsity this evening. So Brady Dedamore is the wide receiver here to the near side. The Vikings come out with 2 wide receivers. And before we can get this play, we have a timeout taken by Santa Monica with 6:17 to go in the first quarter. In the score, Redondo Union 7, Santa Monica 0. Damn lucky to have us, Jeremy. Oh my God! What? I was like, is he going to talk about the? Is he going to talk about our COVID situation?
No, I was looking forward to it.
So 2nd and 7 for the Vikings. 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and it's a give to the tailback, and he's hit and he fumbles. It is recovered by Redondo Union. So it never felt like the running back never exactly had the ball. The exchange wasn't there. Redondo Union is able to capitalize on the first turnover of the game, and they're going to start 1st and 10 inside Santa Monica territory at the 40-yard line. So 4 wide receivers now for the Seahawks. And it's a quick pass out to the far side. Looking for space. Trying to get away from Ernie Lares and not able to do it. Nice open field tackle by the strong safety for the Vikings. Limits the damage to a 4-yard gain, and it'll bring up 2nd and 6. The 36-yard line. I said Ernie Lares. I believe that's his older brother. I meant to say Manny Lares. Nice tackle, Manny. 4 wide receivers, 1 running back now for the Seahawks, and it's a give right up the middle. Trying to get away from tacklers. Brandon Valdivinos does a nice job of sticking with it and wrestling him down at about the 30-yard line. He's going to be very close to the first down marker, and they're going to say he has enough for the first down. So 1st and 10 for Redondo at the 30-yard line. Again, 4 wide receivers for Redondo Union. And again, a screen pass out to the near side. Looking for space. Bouncing off tackles. And finally wrestled out of bounds by number 28, Jordan Wise, at the 20-yard line. So another 10-yard gain and another first down for Redondo Union, as their screen game has been very effective here in the first quarter against the Vikings. Four wide receivers, 1 running back. And it's a give to the tailback. Trying to cut upfield and not able to run away from number 32, Alex Bem. That is going to be a gain of 5 yards. And I'll bring up 2nd down for Redondo Union. They're going to say he got 4 yards on the play, so make it 2nd and 6. Redondo comes out with trips to the far side and 1 receiver here to the near side. And they fake the screen and they're going up top, and they have an open man, and he has it for a Redondo Union touchdown. So all the attention went to the far side of the field where the 3 receivers were, where they've been throwing that screen pass all day today, and they had one-on-one coverage here on the near side, and they are able to connect for the touchdown. So now Redondo will set up for the point after touchdown. Good snap, the ball's down, the kick is up, and it is good with 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. The score now is the Seahawks of Redondo Union High School 14 and the Santa Monica Vikings 0. So leading 14-0, they try a kind of a squib kick that's bouncing. It's going to be picked up by Jackson Wolf. That was kind of in that no man's land between the first and second line of blockers. But Jackson Wolf was smartly able to fall on it at the 40-yard line, and that's where the Vikings will take over, 1st and 10. So Santa Monica comes out with 4 wide receivers now and 1 running back. Alessandro Nelson is the quarterback and drops back to pass and rolls the pocket and slings it out to the near side, but just short of his man, intended for Shaka Peters. Incomplete. He'll bring up 2nd and 10. So we saw a lot of that last week in the second half against Miracosta with Alessandro Nelson liking to get out on the move, give himself the run pass option, but that time his pass was a bit short. Bring up 2nd down. Now the Vikings come out with 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back. And Alessandro Nelson takes the snap, drops back to pass, under pressure, heaves it over the middle, looking for his man. He has it. That is number 29, Brady Dedamore, with a nice catch in traffic and a nice gain all the way up to the 37-yard line. Really nice job by Alessandro Nelson to stay in the pocket, feel the pressure, and get a good, accurate pass off to his tall freshman receiver, who was able to pull it in at the 40-yard line and finally brought down at the 37. So the biggest gain of the day so far for Santa Monica gives them a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And Nelson is going to give to his running back, who's going to be hit behind the line of scrimmage and brought down. So it ends up being a loss of 3. It'll bring up 2nd down and 13 yards to go. Now the Vikings set up with 2 running backs, 1 tight end, 2 receivers. And here comes a blitz from Redondo, and Nelson's under heavy pressure and is able to throw it out of bounds. Really nice job again by Alessandro Nelson to avoid the sack and keep the offense on the field in manageable 3rd down here. It's going to be 3rd and 13. As Redondo brought the blitz from the far side of the field, and about 3 guys in Nelson's face as he was able to heave it out of bounds. So third down, 13 yards to go. We have 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Glad you're with us on YouTube Live. So the Vikings now come out with 4 wide receivers. Trips to the near side, 1 receiver to the far side. And Nelson from the shotgun drops back to pass. Steps up, looking for space, trying to run, and brought down right at about the line of scrimmage at the 40-yard line. So inside Redondo Union territory and trailing by 14 points, the Vikings will keep the offense on the field. On 4th and 13. So the Vikings go 3 wide receivers to the far side, 1 to here to the near side. And 1 running back, and Alessandro Nelson rolls the pocket under pressure. Again, able to throw it toward the sideline. He has a man, but it is going to fall incomplete. Again, a nice job by Alessandro Nelson to avoid the sack and get an accurate pass out to the sideline, but not able to make the connection. It was probably going to be short of the first down anyway. And Redondo Union will take over 1st and 10 with 1 minute and 35 seconds to go here in the first quarter. So 1st and 10 for Redondo. At the 40-yard line, I formation and movement all over the place, and the center still has the ball on the ground, so I am assuming that's going to be a false start, but let's wait for the confirmation. Referee's walking it back 5 yards, so false start is the call. Two wide receivers and a give to the running back with space here on the near side of the field. Looking for the sideline. Finally brought down by number 24, Ethan Solano. It is a gain of 6 yards, or 7 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 3. From the 47-yard line. Give to the tailback, testing the far side of the field. Hit right behind the line of scrimmage. Nice job by the interior of the Vikings defensive line. That looked like 13 Brandon Valdivinos and 32 Alex Bem who were in on the tackle. And it'll bring up a 3rd down, 1 yard to go. 4 wide receivers. And a quick pass out here to the near side of the field. Looking to break tackles. Nice open field tackle there by number 6, Hunter Handel, but it is enough for a Redondo Union 1st down. Needed 1, got 3. And a fresh set of downs as Redondo has moved it into Santa Monica territory on what will end up being the final play of the first quarter, unless Redondo Union decides to snap this, as we have 8 seconds to go here in the first. Now they're going to prove me wrong. They are going to get the play off and throw a screen pass out here to the far side of the field. Nice tackle there by number 26, Samaji Parik, and that is, in fact, the final play of the first quarter, where our score is the Seahawks of Redondo Union High School 14 and the Santa Monica Vikings 0. the start of the second quarter as we switch ends. Redondo Union starting in the shotgun. Looks to the far side, now coming here to the near side and heaves it upfield. It is going to be tipped. It's still in the air. It is going to be a catch. Looked like there was a Santa Monica defender in the area. Now they are going to call it complete at the 17-yard line. As the ball was tipped, it was in the air, and there were two Redondo receivers in the neighborhood, and the ball fell into the lap of one of them. So hard luck for the Vikings, and a first down for Redondo Union. A play that was so close to being intercepted ends up being a big gain for Redondo and a first down. So Redondo comes out with four wide receivers and throwing toward the corner of the end zone. It is tipped. It is incomplete. Nice coverage there by Ethan Solano, who was out on an island one-on-one. Was able to tip the ball away. So after a heavy dose of the ground game and the screen game, Redondo beginning to open up the playbook a little bit and throw it downfield. Back-to-back long passes. And it brings up 2nd and 10 as Redondo comes out with four wide receivers and one running back. And it's a fake give and a quick pass over the middle, incomplete. Nice coverage there by the Vikings as they had that receiver bracketed, and it'll bring up 3rd down. So 3 straight pass plays from Redondo, and they end up with a 3rd and 10. So Redondo in the red zone at the 17-yard line with a 3rd and 10. 3 wide receivers to the far side, 1 here to the near side. Quarterback drops back to pass, under pressure. Now he's going to roll and he's going to keep it. And he's going to run. And he is going to look for the sideline. Caden Green is able to finally trip him up, but it is going to be enough for a first down at about the 3-yard line. So they spread everybody out and it ended up being a quarterback keeper. It's a gain of 14 yards. And Redondo is knocking on the door, 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. So 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. 4 wide receivers and a quarterback keeper looking for the end zone. Tries to barrel his way in, and he's in for a Redondo Union touchdown. Good snap. Snap is bobbled. It is going to be fallen on. And finally wrestled down at the 15-yard line is the kicker, and that point after touchdown try fails. So with 10 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the second quarter, the score now is the Seahawks of Redondo Union 20 and the Santa Monica Vikings 0. So now Redondo Union is kicking with the wind. So So they send it deep, and it is going to fall at the 5-yard line and trickle into the end zone for a touchback. So Santa Monica will take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. So Alessandro Nelson brings the offense back out for the 3rd time today. Jackson Wolf is the receiver here to the near side, along with Shaka Peters. 2 receivers to the far side, and Alessandro Nelson with Redondo showing blitz. Fakes the pass, under heavy pressure, throws, and it's intercepted. Intercepted at about the 18-yard line, brought back to the 15-yard line. And the second turnover of the game goes to Redondo Union, and they have the ball inside Santa Monica territory, inside the red zone, 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. So from the 14-yard line, they're going to say 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, and a give to the fullback, who's able to break tackles and muscle his way forward up to the 12-yard line. There's number 56, Kevin Hornsby, in on the tackle. Up to the 7-yard line, and we'll bring up 2nd down and 2. It's another give to the fullback, who is met again right at about the line of scrimmage. A nice job by the interior of the Vikings defense, containing him to 1 yard. But they're going to say he has enough for a 1st down at the 4-yard line. Victor Perez and Kevin Hornsby were in on the tackle, but a fresh set of downs for Redondo Union, and another give to the fullback, and another pile up the middle, and another Redondo Union touchdown. So Redondo is able to convert points off the turnover. Now they will try for the point after touchdown. Snap, ball down, the kick is up, and it is good. So with 9 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter, score now is Redondo Union 27 and Santa Monica 0. So an onside kick now is fielded by Redondo Union, but it does not go 10 yards, so the flag comes down. And Santa Monica is going to take over, leading 27-0. Redondo going for the onside kick.
Up 27-0.
Up 27-0. But the result is Santa Monica will take over 1st and 10 inside Redondo territory with the best field position of the day at the 48-yard line. Alessandro Nelson brings the offense out with 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back. And Nelson from the shotgun drops back to pass with time, fires it out to the far side of the field, looking for Brady Dedamore, but not able to make the connection. So it'll bring up 2nd down. Three wide receivers to the far side, 1 here to the near side. And 1 running back for Alessandro Nelson, who drops back to pass with time, fires it to the far side of the field. Not much of a gain there. Alex Bem in on the catch. It's officially going to be no gain. That'll bring up 3rd down. So 3rd down, 10 yards to go. 3 wide receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side, and Nelson drops back to pass. Under pressure, fires it out to the far sideline. It is going to be intercepted. Intercepted at the 32-yard line. So we're done with 8 minutes and 35 seconds to go here in the 2nd quarter. Redondo will take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line. And it's a quick pass out here to the far side of the field, finding space along the sideline. And finally pushed out of bounds by number 10, Shaka Peters. Up to the 39-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7. It'll bring up 2nd down and 3. Three wide receivers to the far side, 1 here to the near side. The quarterback looks under pressure, now rolls the pocket and fires to the sideline and has his man. At about the 50-yard line, that'll be a gain of 11. And Redondo Union 1st down. So right at midfield. Redondo takes over with 3 wide receivers and a give to their running back, who was hit. That looks like Number 2, Caden Green, along with, I'm trying to get the other guy. That is number 6, Hunter Handel, combined on the tackle. It ends up being a gain of 6 yards and a second down, 2nd and 4. 2 wide receivers, I formation. And a give to the tailback who's hit. The ball's on the ground. It's loose. Looks like the handoff never really got to the running back, but he was able to fall on it. So it ends up being a loss of 3 yards, rather 4 yards, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 8 from Santa Monica's 48-yard line, and the clock running with 7 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the second quarter. Glad you're with us on YouTube Live. Hope you can join us this evening. Well, day-night doubleheader. After we're done here with the frosh off, we'll take a break and then be back for the varsity at 7 p.m. But for now, a 3rd and 8, and a blitz is on for the Vikings, and a rollout from the quarterback and a flip out to the near sideline. Open field tackle made there by Manny Lares, but it is good enough for a first down. To the 33-yard line. Quick pass out here to the far side of the field with space. Looking for the sideline. Shaka Peters does a nice job of cutting off the angle. He's going to be marched out of bounds at the 27-yard line. So that will be a gain of 6. Bring up 2nd and 4. Four wide receivers for Redondo, and a quick pass out over the middle, has his man. Brought down by Manny Lares, but all the way up to the 11-yard line. Nice job by Redondo with feeling the pressure and staying composed to get that pass off into the middle of the field. Good enough for 16 yards and a Redondo Union first down as they have moved it inside the red zone. 1st and 10. With 4 wide receivers and a give to the tailback, looking for space in the middle of the line. It's a trio of Santa Monica tacklers who combine to make the play. Looks like 58 Victor Perez, who was the first man to hit him. We are under 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. It is 2nd down, 8 yards to go. From the 9-yard line. Shotgun, quarterback rolling and heaves it out to the corner of the end zone. Has his man for a touchdown. So it's a 9-yard touchdown pass for Redondo Union. And they'll come out to try the point after touchdown. Good snap, ball's down, kick is up, it is good. With 4 minutes and 27 seconds to go, the score now is the Redondo Union Seahawks 34 and the Santa Monica Vikings 0. So now Redondo will kick off. End over end kick. Fielded at about the 15-yard line by Shaka Peters, who's looking for blocks. Looking to get to the far side, looking to the near side. Now bounces it outside and is going to finally go down at about the 22-yard line. So Santa Monica comes out with 4 wide receivers and 1 running back for Alessandro Nelson. Drops back, under pressure, fires over the middle, had a man, not able to make the connection. Looking for Jackson Wolf. So 3 wide receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Nelson from the shotgun surveys the field and drops back to pass with time, looking, now rolling, looking for space, looking for the sideline, dances out of bounds at about the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 4. We'll bring up 3rd and 6. So let's see what the Vikings decide to do on 3rd and 6 from the 31-yard line. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in the first half. 3 wide receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. From the 31-yard line, Alessandro Nelson takes the shotgun snap and drops back. Has a man in his face, has 2 men in his face, and he's not able to get away. Sacked at about the 20-yard line. It's a loss of 5, and it's going to bring up 4th down for the Vikings. The Vikings will bring out the punt unit. So on 4th and 11, the Vikings will set up to punt. And the kick is blocked. It's recovered by Santa Monica, but Redondo will take over 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Redondo at the 11-yard line. give to the running back, testing the far side. He bounces off tackles and he's into the end zone for a Redondo Union touchdown. So Redondo will go for 2. And it's a quarterback keeper up the middle. Nice job by the interior of the Vikings defensive line. Stopping him, that is number 54. Stephen Petramar with a tackle. And the 2-point conversion fails with 1 minute and 40 seconds to go. The score is Redondo Union 40 and Santa Monica 0. So now Redondo will kick off. Ball falls off the tee. The wind is blowing from right to left. End over end kick is going to fall into the end zone for a touchback. So Santa Monica will take over 1st and 10 at the 20. Reminder, if you're watching this on YouTube Live, join us at 7 p.m. for the varsity game. Redondo and Santa Monica on this field, probably from this exact same camera angle. So now, 4 wide receivers for the Vikings. And Nelson gives to Manny Lares, looking for space. Falls forward up to the 23-yard line. It'll be a gain of 3. And it'll bring up 2nd and 7 with we go under 1 minute to go here in the first half. Vikings come out with 4 wide receivers. Manny Lares stays in at running back to the left of Alessandro Nelson, who drops back to pass. Looking, flips it out to his safety valve, Lares, who is not able to make the catch. The ball falls incomplete. Stops the clock with 40 seconds to go. So the Vikings with 3 wide receivers and 1 tight end. And Nelson is the quarterback and drops back to pass with time. Sets up and fires it over the middle, and it's intercepted. Intercepted at the 35-yard line, brought back to the 26-yard line. Redondo, with 14 seconds to go in the first half, will take over 1st and 10. So from the 26-yard line, Redondo comes out with 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, and movement before the play. False start is the call. So back him up 5 yards. It'll make it 1st and 15 from the 31 with 14 seconds to go. Leading 40-0. See what Redondo decides to do with 2 wide receivers and 2 running backs. Quarterback keeper looking for space here on the near side. Bounces it back to the inside. Carlos Melcher is able to, Brandon Valdivinos is able to make the tackle. It's a big loss, and that is going to be, we have a timeout that stops the clock with 4 seconds. Now the clock winds, and that will be the final play of the first half. So, at halftime, your score is the Redondo Union Seahawks 40, the Santa Monica Vikings 0. We'll join you in 15 minutes for the second half of this one. So we'll start the second half with Redondo Union kicking off. Kicking into the wind. That is number 19, Landon Cosmore.
Stay with your number.
Deep, and it's an end kick. Cosmore picks it up at the 17 and heads upfield looking for blocks. Cuts it through the middle of the Redondo Union coverage team and has a nice gain up to the 37-yard line, and that's where the Vikings will take over. 1st and 10 with a new quarterback to start the second half. That is Makai King. He is a freshman. Saw his first action of the season with the frosh off in the 5th quarter last week against Miracosta. So now he has his chance to run the frosh off offense with 3 wide receivers and 1 running back. They're going to start with a man in motion and they're going to flip it to him, who's going to be hit behind the line of scrimmage but is able to muscle his way forward. That is number 26, Samaji Parik, who they're going to say gets up to the 35-yard line. So it's a loss of a couple, and it'll bring up 2nd and 12.
Let's go, Samo.
3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, and 1 running back. And receiver in motion, and it's a fake and a give, and it's on the ground. The ball is still on the ground. Looks like the handoff never got to the running back. We'll see who was able to fall on it. I'm going to say it was recovered by Santa Monica. So now the Vikings are facing 3rd down and 17 yards to go from the 30. Need to get to the 47-yard line.
You got 40 to nothing. Air the ball out.
Three wide receivers to the far side, 1 here to the near side. Makai King from the shotgun. Drops back to pass and rolls the pocket and looks to the far side and throws it for his man.
Where the flag at?
Ball falls incomplete. And it brings up 4th down. So on 4th and 17, the Vikings will keep the offense on the field. And come out with 4 wide receivers. And Makai King from the shotgun drops back, looking under pressure, rolls out, throws it for his man. He has it, cuts it back inside. Still on his feet all the way up to the 45-yard line. He's going to be 2 yards short of the 1st down. And it's a turnover on downs. But first completion for Makai King was for 15 yards. With 9 minutes and 48 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter, Redondo Union will take over inside Santa Monica territory at the 45-yard line. 4 wide receivers.
Scoot up some, 29, scoot up.
The quarterback is going to set up and fire it over the middle. It is tipped. It is incomplete. That is number 28, Jordan Wise, who is almost able to find the interception. The ball falls incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd down. Four wide receivers, and a give. It's a muffed handoff that the quarterback is able to fall on back at the 50-yard line, so that'll officially go as a sack. And a loss of 5 yards. So 3rd down, 15 yards to go. On 3rd and 15 with 3 wide receivers to the far side and a screen pass out to that side. Looking to break tackles and finally pushed out of bounds at about the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 9. And it's going to bring up 4th and 6.
Let's go, Samo, stop them. No first downs, let's go.
So on 4th and 6, two wide receivers, 2 running backs. And the quarterback's going to keep it. Looking for space up the middle. He is going to be wrestled down at about the 39-yard
Good job, defense!
line. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Good
Santa
job,
Monica will
D!
take over 1st and 10.
Right field position. Let's get some first down.
So from the 39-yard line, the Vikings will now take over 1st and 10 with 8:45 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 2 wide receivers here to the near side, and man comes in motion, and they're going to give it to that man. He is going to test the far side of the field. He's spinning off tackles and still on his feet, but now the ball comes loose. That is Samaji Parekh, who is the ball carrier, but it is going to be a fumble. Recovered by Redondo Union. So Redondo Union will take over 1st and 10 inside Santa Monica territory at the 43-yard line. Two wide receivers, 2 running backs. I formation, offset I, and a give to the tailback who's hit almost behind the line of scrimmage and dragged down by number 30, Carlos Melcher, in on the tackle. Good read. Good to have him back on the field, as he was injured early in the 1st quarter after making a couple tackles, and he immediately makes a difference here at the start of the 2nd half. It ends up being no gain. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Two wide receivers, 2 running backs. And movement by Redondo as the hard count got his own man to move. So back him up 5 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 15. Two wide receivers, 2 running backs. And a give to the tailback who's testing the near side, cutting inside. Nice job by the left side of the Vikings defensive line. That is 29, Brady Dedamore, and number 30, Carlos Melcher, who combined on the tackle. Had that play really well read and good pursuit. Holds him to no gain, and it'll be 3rd and 15. With 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Glad you're with us on YouTube Live. So we are in Redondo Beach for a little day-night football. The undercard here, the frosh soph, and then we'll have the main event at 7 p.m. with the varsity teams squaring off. But for now, it's 3rd and 15, 4 wide receivers. The quarterback drops back and throws it over the middle. He has a man. It is going to fall incomplete. A couple of Vikings were in the area. And Redondo will bring out their punt team.
Don't jump, fellas. Stay home. Don't jump.
So Samaji Perrick is deep to receive. He's standing at his 20-yard line. This punt will be from the 48. Redondo Union getting set. Good snap. And the punt is off. It's an end-over-end kick that everybody is trying to get away from. That may have hit a Viking. It is going to be picked up by Redondo Union, and they are going to go into the end zone for a touchdown. It looked like one of the blocking backs for Santa Monica may have inadvertently hit the ball, but we have a flag down behind the play. So a lot to sort out on this one, and the refs are going to come together and talk about it. It was a short punt, and one of the men from Santa Monica who was going back to block may have inadvertently had the ball hit off his leg, and it was smartly picked up by Redondo and taken into the end zone, but we also have a penalty behind the play, so the refs are getting together and talking about this one. So the penalty was against Santa Monica. Redondo Union will take over at the 12-yard line. Perhaps that ball can't be advanced. I think once it hits a Santa Monica player, it can be recovered but not advanced. So net, Redondo will take over 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. Ref giving the explanation to the Santa Monica coaching staff. Now getting back in position. 6:35, we'll get this play started now. 1st and 10, the 12-yard line. Quarterback keeper testing the near side, looking for blocks, and hit and dropped. There. Santa Monica's coming off, but I believe the refs are indicating that, and now they're indicating it is a fumble recovered by the Vikings. So I believe that was number 8, Devin Ice, who was able to make the tackle. And the Vikings have 1st and 10 now. First and 10 from the 20-yard line. Makai King brings the offense out. He has Carlos Melcher to his right and 3 wide receivers here to the near side. 2 wide receivers rather here to the near side, and it's a give to Melcher, who goes straight up the middle, looking for space, breaking tackles and falling forward. A nice bit of run in there from Carlos Melcher up to the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 6 and a 2nd down. So now trips here to the near side, and 1 receiver, Jackson Wolf, to the far side. Carlos Melcher stays in at running back, and Makai King is the quarterback as Redondo is showing blitz. And it's a give to Melcher, and he is able to fall forward up to about the 28-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 2, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 2 yards to go. So Carlos Melcher stays in at running back, and 4 wide receivers for the Vikings. Makai King gives it to Melcher, who fumbles it. The ball is on the ground, and it is recovered by Santa Monica. And a man down for the Vikings. That is Carlos Melcher, who is the running back on the play. So the trainer from Redondo out to check on him. So officials timeout with 5 minutes and 18 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. So Carlos Melcher is able to walk off the field. And the Vikings maintain possession. They have a 4th and 8. So the Vikings will keep the offense out on the field. And 3 wide receivers, 1 running back. Makai King puts a man in motion. And we have motion now. And a flag down. Looks like it was offside on Redondo Union. It's not going to be enough for a 1st down. But now on 4th and 3.
Let's go for it now. You went for it on 4th and forever.
A 4th and 3 now. It looked like the Vikings were getting it set up to punt, but now they're going to bring the offense out and try to pick up this 1st down.
Let's go, Samo. Get that 1st down. You guys block.
4 wide receivers from Makai King.
Get in there.
Puts a man in motion, and it's a quick flip to him, who is looking for space. Cuts it outside, trying to get to the sideline. He's going to be wrestled out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. It's going to be a loss of a couple, And a turnover on downs. With 4 minutes and 6 seconds to go here in the third, Redondo will now take over 1st and 10 from the Santa Monica 27. Two wide receivers, two running backs. And it's a quarterback keeper looking for space in the middle of the field. That is number 24, Ethan Solano, who's able to make the tackle at about the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Two wide receivers, two running backs. It's a give to the running back who's cutting inside, able to break a couple of tackles, looking for the end zone, and he's in. Touchdown, Redondo Union.
It's okay, Samo. That's all right. Let's go.
And Redondo will set up for the point after touchdown. The snap, ball's down, the kick is up, or not, actually it's not even up. It was never got off as the edge rusher here on the near side was able to come in and disrupt the play, so the point after touchdown fails with 3 minutes and 13 seconds to go in the third, and the score, Redondo Union 46, Santa Monica 0. So number 19, Landon Cosmore, and number 23, Manny Lares are deep. And it's a knuckling kick that's picked up by Lares at the 15-yard line, heading straight upfield, looking for blocks. Hit and dropped at about the 34-yard line. So that's where Mackay King will bring the offense out. With 3 minutes and 4 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 4 wide receivers for the Vikings, 1 running back. Mackay King from the shotgun, drops back to pass, looking, fires one out, has a man. It is Brady Dedamore, who has it at the 39-yard line. So that's a 5-yard pass from Mackay King to Brady Dedamore. So now 2nd and 5. from the 39. Two wide receivers here to the near side, two to the far side. Makai King sets up from the shotgun. Drops back, under pressure, hit and thrown down. Sacked at about the 30-yard line. So now on 3rd and 15. Makai King with two running backs and two wide receivers. Fakes the give to Lares, and now it's a flip that's still on the ground. It is picked up by number 19, Landon Cosmore, and that is going to be a loss of 10 yards. And it's going to bring out the punt unit for Santa Monica. Good snap. The punt is blocked. It bounces. It takes a Vikings bounce, and it's picked up actually by the returner at about the 37-yard line, who's breaking tackles and finally wrestled down by Hunter Handel. So the punt never really got off, but it ended up taking a Santa Monica bounce. The returner smartly stayed with it and was able to get some positive yardage. So with 2 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, Redondo will take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. So 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs.
Watch that tight end. Let's go.
It's a give to the running back, who's able to get through the line, heading toward the corner of the end zone. It's a foot race, and he is in for a Redondo Union touchdown. So now the point after touchdown try. Snap ball down, the kick is up, and it is good. So we have reached the end of the third quarter with a score: Redondo Union 53 and Santa Monica 0. So the teams change ends as we start the fourth quarter, with Redondo kicking at the wind at their back. That end over end kick is going to go through and be picked up by Manny Lares at about the 1 yard line, heading upfield and looking for blocks. Looking for somewhere to go. Still on his feet, and is able to bounce it almost to the outside. Finally tripped up at about the 13 yard line. So that's where the Vikings will take over 1st and 10.
Y'all not pro. Leave your helmets on. Yeah, what you taking your helmet off for?
Two wide receivers, two running backs for the Vikings. Makai King gives it to his tailback. That is Landon Cosmore, who loses a couple yards. It is 2nd and 12 from the 11 yard line.
Let's go, y'all. No 3rd and 15 this time. 1st down.
4 wide receivers, 1 running back for the Vikings, and Makai King from the shotgun drops back and fires a pass out to the far side of the field. Falls incomplete. Looking for Jackson Wolf. We'll bring up 3rd down and 11 yards to go.
Come on, you guys. Y'all take this.
3 wide receivers here to the near side, 1 to the far side. And 1 running back for Makai King, who drops back and rolls the pocket. Looking here to the sideline, it is going to fall incomplete. Looking for Alex Bem. Fourth down.
Oh, no. Got to punt this one, fellas. Yeah, I hope so. You don't do this on a video game, fellas.
4 wide receivers, 1 running back. Makai King drops and fires one out to the sideline. It's going to be intercepted, and it's going to be returned for a Redondo Union touchdown. So point after touchdown try. Snap, ball down, the kick is up. And it is good. So with 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go, the score now is the Redondo Union Seahawks 60, the Santa Monica Vikings 0. Manny Lares and Landon Cosmore deep. Cosmore picks it up at about the 3 and heading upfield, looking for blocks. Now he's got some momentum and he's got some space. One man to beat. It's the kicker who's able to make a nice open field tackle. The 43-yard line, but a good run there from number 19, Landon Cosmore. Ends up being about a return of 40 yards. And Mackay King will bring the offense out 1st and 10 from the 44 with 5 minutes, 37 seconds to go. In the 4th quarter. So 4 wide receivers, 1 running back, and Mackay King from the shotgun. Drops back to pass, rolls the pocket, looking upfield, fires it for his man, looking for Alex Bem, and the ball falls incomplete. So 2nd and 10, 4 wide receivers, 1 running back. Mackay King from the shotgun looks to the far side, now fires over the middle, and it's almost intercepted. Clock goes to 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go. The Vikings have a 3rd and 10. 3 wide receivers here to the near side, 1 to the far side. And Mackay King from the shotgun drops back, looking, now under pressure, and throws it away. Avoids the sack, and Santa Monica will bring out the punt team on 4th and 10. With 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go.
You still don't have enough.
Vikings set up in punt formation. Good snap, and the punt gets off. It's end over end. It's going. It's going to be recovered by Santa Monica at the 48-yard line. So Redondo Union will take over 1st and 10. So as the clock goes under 1 minute to go here in the game, Redondo Union will have a couple more chances on offense. Gives us an opportunity to remind you that 7 p.m. tonight, we will be back in these same seats for these same two teams, the Redondo Union Seahawks and the Santa Monica Vikings. It should be a good varsity football game. Hope you can join us as Redondo Union stays on the ground. And the ball's on loose. It is forced fumble there by, it looked like Theo Nason's Dowling. Ended up being recovered by Redondo. There are 25 seconds to go. So that will be the final play of the game. So your final score from the Seahawk Bowl is the Redondo Union Seahawks 60, the Santa Monica Vikings 0. We'll be back in a couple hours for the varsity game. Hope you can join us. For Jeremy McCallum, my name's Alec Green. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you soon.